it do, Sneaker Life fam? It's your boy J-Jus. Hope each and every one of you guys is having a safe and blessed day. We are going to be talking about some OGs that released this year. Now, every OG on this list I do not have, but I will put some as honorable mentions. So with that being said, y'all, first up, one of my favorite releases, guys, that has dropped this year is the Air Jordan 12 Playoffs. Now, the Air Jordan 12 Playoffs did release 5 times. This originally released in 1997, then following up to a 2004 release, then following up to a 2012 release, then a 2017 release. Now we have the 2022 release. Now, personally, it don't get no better than this. The Air Jordan 12 Playoffs is just one of those shoes where it no matter how many times this shoe released, you have those sneakerheads who actually do appreciate shoes like this, and I feel like this shoe can release 10 to 15 years down the line, and us true sneakerheads will definitely still go for these just because of how much, you know, insignia and just history these have with the sneaker community, and knowing how Air Jordan 12s is the hood shoes of the sneaker community. So definitely the Air Jordan 12 Playoffs, you know, man, definitely had to have these. And to see these sitting, and a lot of these OGs sitting nowadays, man, it just get crazier and crazier, y'all. But definitely glad to have these in the collection, the Air Jordan 12 Playoffs. And man, you know what I'm saying, if you don't got a pair, man, I don't know what you're doing. Make sure to go grab a pair, y'all. So first up, I do want to talk about the Nike Air Max Penny Ones. Now, those originally released in 1995, and I am talking about the Orlando Magic colorway. Then we had a 2000 release, then we had a 2006 release, following up to 2011 release. Then we actually got a 2022 release. Now, y'all know when it comes to the Nike Air Max 1 pennies, you know, one thing that does run to your boy's mind comes to a signature shoe like this, it does not get any better. And you know, I cannot say any more, you know, from the Game Royals to the Rival Packs to the Dust Summits, man, we got so many different colorways with this shoe, to the away, I believe it's the home, you know what I'm saying, we got so many colorways of this shoe, and this shoe just speaks, you know, this shoe actually did it for the basketball community. One of the first best signature shoes out there from Penny. Another one following up to that is the Jordan 1 Georgetowns. Now, these released originally 1985, then we actually got these in 2022. Now, it does feel good for Jordan Brand to actually go into that 1995 era and bring a nostalgic, you know, shoe back and actually give us, you know, some rendition, you know, whether Jordan Brand is changing up the shape of the shoe, whether Jordan Brand is giving us a more lighter look to the shoe, whatever the case may be, I'm all here for it, as long as they are keeping it close to the OGs. That's all that. Following up to those, we got the Ginger 14s, originally released in 1999. We did get a 2022 pair. Now, these did release as a Jordan 14 high. Kind of wish they would have gave us a Jordan 14 mid, but then again, I mean, look at, we have the Laney's coming back, yeah, and those released as a Jordan 14 low, and now those will be releasing as a Jordan 14 high. So I mean, I guess it's just Jordan Brand trying to see what the 14s could do with them being a high. I mean, personally, I wish it was a mid, but even those set, and it was just crazy to see, you know, a OG like that sitting that we haven't seen for 22 years. It was just crazy. Following up to that, we got the Air Jordan 6 Midnight Navies, originally released back in 2000. We've seen these 22 years later, and it was definitely overdue for this shoe to release, because it's been well over 2 decades, and man, when this shoe actually released, I can't believe that I still have not yet to have these in a collection. Like, those was actually one of my favorite sixes besides the Georgetowns. I wasn't too crazy on the other sixes this year, but when it comes to nostalgia, when it comes to OGs, that Midnight Navy, I just felt like that was one that I needed to grab, but I still have yet to grab that, so I definitely got to add those to the collection. Jordan 13 Navy Blue. Now, the Navy Blue was actually released in 1998. Then we actually had a 2017 release. Then we actually had a 2022 release. Now, these originally came as a low, And you know, for most people who know, Jordan 13s don't get a lot of love. Jordan 13s sit for the most part, but hey, I'm still here for them. But moving on, another release that I do want to talk about, and I actually did drop it on foot, is the Air Jordan 7 Citrus. Now the Air Jordan 7 Citrus is one in my list that personally I definitely love these. I definitely told y'all I was definitely going back to snag me a pair, man, because this just reminds me of the days when you was just able to go in the store, see these bad boys sitting and be like, hey, do you got these in a size? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is those vibes that these give me, man. And just the colorway, you know, everything with the shoe. I did mention that, you know, things are gonna differ from age and time difference, but if you don't have these now, man, listen, Air Jordan 7s don't get enough love as it is, but the Air Jordan 7 Citrus, man, listen, this is one that I definitely needed, you know, to grab, and I still have yet to grab it, but I will grab these before the year's out, so definitely expect that. Yeah, man, this next one is crazy. The Nike Air Trainer Bo Jackson High Raiders SE. Man, I did an on feet to these, and I dropped a review on these. Appreciate all of y'all who tuned into the on feet, man. That video going a little crazy right now, man. Definitely can't go wrong with a Bo Jackson in the collection, man. For most of y'all who know, or the OG sneakerheads, y'all know when it comes to the Bo Jacksons, man, it's just something about this shoe. And I've been looking for this shoe for the longest. Like, this shoe originally released in 2009. Then we had a follow-up year to 2012, then 2017, and now this is the actual 2022 pair. So when I actually found these, I was actually happy, because I'm like, you know, I've been waiting for these for the longest. I mean, there's multiple other colorways that I'm still out there looking for, but I'm happy that I was able to grab these and snag these and throw them into the collection, y'all. Man, like, these is right here, it's just fire, you know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely have been looking for these for the longest, and man, they ain't going nowhere, you know what I'm saying? And you can't go wrong with a Bo Jackson in the collection. I mean, what's a collection without a Bo Jackson, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not really, but definitely had to put these here, man. This is definitely, as I mentioned to y'all, one of my grail shoes that I definitely have grabbed this year, and I'm definitely happy to have them, man. Like, definitely happy to have them, y'all. We do got the Air Jordan 5 Green Beans, y'all. Now, these released back in 2006, and we definitely seen these 16 years later. And man, I just had to grab these just for the simple fact that, you know, these kind of look like the OGs, you know what I'm saying? I mean, unlike the translucent outsole and things of that nature, where we got an icy outsole, you know what I'm saying? Unlike that, you know, I feel like everything is, you know, they tried their hardest to go as close to the OGs as possible. I mean, like, colorway is on point, you know what I'm saying? 3M mesh is on point, you know what I'm saying? Outsole maybe a little different, as I mentioned, with that translucent, but hey, you know what I'm saying? I was all here for them, and man, it don't get no better, you know what I'm saying, than this when Jordan Brand goes. Listen, anything from that 2000 down and 2000 and up era, man, listen, I'm all here for it. So Jordan Brand, just keep hitting us with them, man. Definitely. But the Air Jordan 5 Green Beans was definitely one that I definitely had to add to the collection, man. And yeah, definitely gonna be these is definitely one of my sleepers on my list for 2022. Now, this last release that I'm about to show y'all, I definitely dropped a review on this, and man, this is probably one of my top 10 sneakers of the year. This is probably gonna be on my list for top 3, depending on these other releases, on how these other releases go. But I'm talking about the Air Jordan 3 Fire Reds, man, with that famous Nike Air on the back, y'all. That famous Nike Air on the back. As I mentioned, y'all already know it's been 34 years since we've last seen that Nike Air on the back of the shoe. And man, I feel like Jordan Brand these were the ones that went as close as possible to the 1988 pair, personally, you know. And I feel like on the mudguard, as I mentioned, they kept it so close to the 2007 and 2013 pair. And I was definitely all here for this shoe. And I know most people, you know, looked at this shoe and was like, this shoe is a double up. Listen, I'm all here with y'all, you know what I'm saying? This shoe is definitely a double up, man. Definitely. Now all we need is the black cements. We need the true blues because we getting the white cements next year. So all we need is the black cements and the true blues, and we good, you know what I'm saying? And we have all four, you know what I'm saying? Man, listen, I'm all here for it, you know what I'm saying? And when it comes to shoes like this, y'all already know your boy be on top of it. Now, these released originally 1988. Then we had that these originally released 1988. Then we had that 2007 release. Then we had that 2013 release. Now we got that 2022 release, man. So it has been well over a decade for, you know, these to drop, man. And, you know, I'm just definitely glad to just have these in a collection, man. Definitely. Has it been over a decade? I believe it's been over a decade. But man, hey, listen, I'm definitely glad to have these in the collection, y'all. Man, now, out of all the shoes that I have showed you guys, which shoe did you guys like the most, man? Let me know if there's any OGs that I missed. I feel like I covered almost every OG for this year. Seeing how some of the OGs I still have yet to grab, so I definitely might do a part 2 with those. So make sure to stay tuned, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Make sure to hit that big post notifications so you never miss when your boy drop a new banging video. Make sure to smash that thumbs up if you like this video. Like I always say, guys, you got your boy J-Jus, you got the channel, you got my thoughts and opinions on the OGs that have released this year, man. Listen, it don't get no better than this. A lot of these OGs have either sat or have went to the outlet. So I mean, hey, your best chance is to go ahead and grab them now. But like I always say, y'all, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much, man. Definitely a blessing. Like I always say, reach for the stars, sky's the limit, and we out.